Mental health is a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. This varies within every person. This can be due to hereditary or environmental factors. But poor mental health, what is it? Why do we get it? Who gets it? Picture this, an indescribable object clinging to your brain, feeding negative abstract thought, striking fear, confusion, and sadness every second of your day. The more you try to not think about it, the harder it strikes back and attacks. This negativity can provoke individuals to escape through self-harm or even death from the constant misery. Poor mental health is a dark element associated with humans mentally, rarely discussed by society, almost feared by society as a whole. 1 in 5 Australian teenagers have experienced some sort of unusual mental behaviour or thought, the main victim being young teenage boys. 14.4% of cases being caused by anxiety, with 4.2% of these, 1 in 5 victims attempting suicide to escape the dark cloud. As well as this, only 1 in 4 young Australian teenagers and men that are victims to poor mental health seek help or do something about it. Being someone who has suffered from anxiety and witnessed his closest mates battle their depression and anxiety, I want to do something about it. Help others by sharing our experience. If I've learned one thing, just one thing about anxiety and depression, is that by getting out and about with your mates, you are able to numb the pain and begin the process of healing. This is my friend's story.
Hi, my name is Will Oldfield. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Sydney Northern Beaches. A couple of years ago, I suffered from anxiety. This was a tough time for me during my early high school years, with the worst of it lasting up to a year. It started off as only a minor anxiety, however, it gradually began to affect my day-to-day life. It got to a stage where I didn't go to school for over 5 weeks straight. I couldn't leave the house without negative thoughts running through my head. Overall, this was a very dark time in my early teenage years growing up. Surfing, skateboarding and soccer were my 3 main ways of escaping the negative space. I played soccer for over 12 years every single Saturday. As well as this, I trained twice a week. Getting to hang out with my mates was up to 3 days straight. Had a really positive impact on my health and overall numbed the anxiety. I only recently stopped due to commitments such as work and my HSC year at school. Generally after our soccer games, depending on weather and time, all of us boys would go out for a skate at the local park, our favourite spot being Manly Bowl. Whether we lost, drew or won our soccer game, there was always a positive atmosphere surrounding us, helping me get my mind off thoughts that were haunting me. It was always a competition between us boys, who could land the best trick and who could do the biggest stair set. However, surfing was more of an individual sport of mine. I liked being out there alone, being in the right headspace, just thinking about life. I always liked to toss it up at 50-50 between either surfing with my mates or just surfing alone. As long as I was outside with my mates, I was loving life. If I could say one thing, if you're struggling with mental health, do something about it. Get out about with your mates and surround yourself with positive energy. That's my story.